This video is going to prove the following fact. Let f and g be multiplicative functions such that f of p to the k always equals g of p to the k for each prime p and k at least 1. We want to show that f equals g. You don't need to write the following, but what you need to show is for any n at least 1, f of n is equal to g of n. That is, f of one thing equals g of the same thing. Okay, so let n equal p1 to the k1, p sub 2 to the k sub 2, all the way down to p sub r, k to the r. Now, these primes are all relatively prime. The GCD are equals 1 pairwise. Note that the GCD of any 2 is equal to 1 for I not equal to k. F of n is equal to f of p1 to the k1 times p2 to the k2 all the way to p sub r to the k sub r. But f is a multiplicative function, and these are relatively primes. So this is equal to f of p1 to the k1 times f of p2 to the k2 all the way down to f of p sub r to the k sub r. But they told us that f of p to the k is equal to g of p to the k. So what that tells me is this here is g of p1 to the k1 times g of p2 to the k sub 2 all the way down to this, which is the same as g of p sub r to the k sub r. Each of these are still pairwise relatively prime. So I could put them together. This is equal to g of p1 to the k1 times p2 to the k2 all the way down to p sub r to the k sub r. But that's g of n. Ooh, look what I showed. F of n equals g of n for any n. Let n be this arbitrary number bigger than or equal to 1. And I showed that f of n is equal to g of n. Possibly one might argue that going from here to here, I needed to explain a little bit more, or maybe actually prove it by induction. But basically, this I can put together, and then I can put this with the p sub 3 to the k sub 3 together, and then I can keep adding one at a time. In the end, I will get to this. But that's exactly what, or that's a property of multiplicative functions. So there's your proof. If you like seeing mathematical proofs like this, subscribe to my channel. If you like my video, click the like button. Subscribe to my channel. See you guys in the next video. Don't forget, watch and learn.